All right, welcome to the channel for the first time viewers. Welcome back for my existing subscribers. So I noticed I was having a lot of performance issues by my standards, especially with the 9950X3D. It seemed like it was just using the incorrect cores all the time. So even with my fix that worked in most other games, and what I've noticed is it's kind of similar to Call of Duty where you have a render worker count or a job count, right? So if you look at the top left here, you have your job threads set to 28. So the game knows I have 32, essentially 32 cores slash threads, and it's using 28 of those, which definitely means that it's going over the cache CCD. So to get around this, there's a fix that I found online. So I went through this forum, just started searching up how to lock, how to change the core count on Battlefield, right? You actually have to create your own file. So I'll show you how to do that too. So here they just kind of show you in a folder where you actually launch, and it's called Battlefield 6 event. I don't know how to do it on Steam. I just have it on EA Play. So however you would do it on Steam, I guess you can find the game files in a similar manner and then do it there. Usually it's under, I think, the common folder. But you got your exe file and you create a file, so a txt file, and you name it user config. So essentially you just copy this text right here, and then you can manually put in the thread count that you want. Now I tried 16 and it just didn't work the same. It was still kind of putting the work on the incorrect CCD. So then it hit me. I was like, oh, well, Call of Duty I use 7, so I used 8 on this one, and it tremendously improved my performance. I went from being, at the highest, being at 190, maybe touching into 200, especially on the turbo mode, to being in the 230s, and I would still dip down, into the 160s, 170s, but that was more like a dip down versus, everything else. So hopefully this helps you out. Let me walk through the steps of how to get there. So first, you just got to go to this PC, and then go into your Battlefield folder, so Battlefield 6 event. And then what you'll need to do, if you don't see these like extension names, you can click on File or View, and then Show and File Name Extensions, because you'll need to delete the .dll and .exe. So you just right click, New, and then select Text Document, which I already did this, but let me find it real quick. CFG file, so this user.cfg. And then you can paste this in here, and I had manually selected 8 and 8, so the max processor count and the processor count 8 and 8. So it thinks I have 8 cores and 8 threads essentially. So it's maxing out those, and that was helping out the most. I haven't tested out with a whole bunch of different combinations like 6 and everything like that. But when you're done, you can save it, and let me see if I can find a newer one. So dig in real quick. GeForce Battlefield event, and what's the last one I did? So this one I just recorded. I don't know if you can see the actual numbers, but you got 198 FPS. I was like, well, that's pretty good to start. So I turned it off. I found a dark spot, and I'm gonna put this into the actual editor and go full screen, so you don't have to like watch a video of me watching a video. But I was like, okay, 263. I didn't see that number before. Mind you, this is the highest settings. As you can see right here, it's still touching into this frequency CCD, but my performance is much higher. So it's around that 240 range. And realistically, it gets around like 200 to 220. That's really where it stays. But this is also ultra preset with my overclock. I also noticed that overclocking my GPU, let me turn this volume down. I don't know how loud it's going to be. Hold on. Overclocking my GPU also negatively impacted my, well, I don't want to say negatively, but it negatively impacted my my GPU utilization. So I did notice that. So hopefully this video brings some light to y'all. If y'all have this 9950X3D and you're just running into these issues and not too sure exactly why, this is what I found, just putting 1 and 2 together. And you can see my GPU utilization is pretty good with this too. So you see the 90s with my overclock. This would be about what I would be getting with my GPU utilization stock. So if I didn't touch the GPU, for those of you that are lucky enough to have a 5090, that, or any 50 series card really, you know that the 50 series cards, they overclock really well. So there's a lot of performance that's left on the table that isn't really utilized. So again, getting that all done and just seeing a much better result as far as it goes. And I didn't have to turn off, you know, because the turbo mode in the BIOS worked as well. I think I had that as well. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Turbo mode, turbo. All right, so I had turbo GPU stock, turbo GPU OC, right? So when I was using it stock, see, my utilization was pretty good, but it was only 8 cores, 8 threads. So it was like the same-ish performance, but still, again, 8 cores, 8 threads, but it was only that. I didn't have the advanced statistics because I didn't even think, this was before I thought to go ahead and implement this. And then this was when I was overclocked. It's tough to get the same match too. But you see, like when you overclock, now I got a CPU bottleneck. That's pretty big. And this is the performance. So you could tell that I'm using the turbo mode because the second CCD is at 99 megahertz. So it's really low frequency because it's pretty much turned off. But it still exists, right? So again, this was like the lows I was seeing, like 140, 150, you know, dip into, I mean, shoot, I think I even saw like a 135 once, which is kind of crazy, right? Because on my, you know, on my 5080, it's getting pushed. So I'm kind of curious to see if I did something similar on the 9800 X3D, if I would get more performance. So I might try that later. But right now I got a 2080 Ti in that system. So told my wife I wasn't going to spend all day on the game like I did yesterday, because yesterday was crazy. Boy, I was on it. I was on it. I even on the, because the video I'm going to put in the background after all of this is going to be this final one here. It's just going to be this one. So it's like 11 minutes long. I even went into the spot that Framechasers went to. So up here, he kind of was testing this out. I think he was, I don't want to get him wrong, I think he was in like the 260 range, and I was in like the 200 range, but on ultra, because I think he was using the lowest settings. So like 220, 230, and then, you know, that sniper. This is a cool shot too. So this is like a, apparently, like there's a feature where you can get shot and it just finishes you. That's it, right? So it's like a fatal sniper shot. And if you're playing, you've probably seen it before. But there's like no being revived. There's none of that. It's just you go back to the map to respawn. All right, let me catch y'all on the flip. Enjoy the rest of the gameplay. All right, post video Geo here. So just wanted to throw in credit to Pinkerman, right? I think that's how you say it. His name, it's like Pinkerman. That was the person. I'm going to link the forum that I got the answer from, because this isn't necessarily my fix. I was just looking online. I figured I'd share it with y'all. So I don't want to make it seem like I took credit or like I'm this crazy programmer, because I'm not. I'm just pretty resourceful. So I want to give credit to where it's due, and shout out to that dude. And I saw it as well in the Steam forums. And apparently this was something that happened in the past for Battlefield 1, I think it was. But anyways, that's it. All right, enjoy the gameplay.
All units, objectives are ready for capture. Move out and secure. Move to attack the marked objective. Our troops have secured Alpha. I've spotted hostile heavy armor in our mission area. We have secured Bravo. Enemy attack is underway on Bravo. All right, we have secured Charlie.
Be advised, objective Charlie is under hostile attack. Objective Alpha neutralized.
We have experienced an early setback. Refocus and counter. Hostile forces are attacking Charlie.
We are attempting to capture Bravo. We are attacking objective Bravo.
We need attack support on the marked objective.
Our forces have neutralized Bravo. We have initiated our attack on Charlie. We have neutralized objective Echo. Objective Bravo has fallen to the enemy. The enemy are attacking objective Alpha. Attention, marked objective is under threat. Defend the position. The enemy has maintained control. Bravo has been neutralized. Our troops are attacking Charlie. All right, we now control Bravo.
I need a fucking medic!
We need to hit that objective!
Alright, let's make the objective!
We now hold more objectives. Secure our defenses. now hold more objectives. Echo has been neutralized.
Our attack on Alpha is in progress.
We need attack support on the marked objective. Be advised the enemy forces have captured Alpha. Be advised the enemy now control more objectives.
Hit that objective!
Request immediate smoke! Hostiles now hold more objectives.